It's not like always. His taste is very good in clothes. Always I notice, Baruch Hashem. I mean, I'm not saying anything positive, Baruch Hashem.
So the dots are very holy dots. What are they? Okay, so we have what's called a segol. A segol is 3 dots. We'll close up. We'll be out in 5 minutes. The segol is 3 dots. 3 dots is a very holy. Whenever you see a segol, you should be happy. You should be very happy, because segol represents chesed. Why is it chesed? Why is it chesed? I told you chesed is the ability to see God with clarity, right? How do you get to see God with clarity? You have to combine the machshava, the dibur, and the maaseh. So whenever you have a segol, what are you actually seeing? Oh, we brought them all together. The machshava, the dibur, and the maaseh, we brought them all together. Awesome. That's chesed. Interestingly enough, there's something called a shva. A shva is 2 dots. 2 dots. It shows that there's dibur and there's maaseh, but it's missing machshava. And so, by no coincidence, the shva represents gvura, the inability to see Hashem with clarity. Okay?
I mean, there's because you see Hashem with so much clarity, you're not even going to think. You're just going to do.
Well, again, doing without any thought, any sinking into the heart, we'll call it. What it ends up doing is a person sits and he learns and learns and learns. He gets washed out because he doesn't know why he's doing it anymore. He doesn't realize that there's a relationship behind it. So he's clocking in, clocking out, clocking out, and eventually he burns out.
No, but I mean, like more like Pinchas, like nobody knew what to do, and
But
he was just like.
but what rooted Pinchas to do it?
Right, it was
his machshava.
Right, but it was beyond the Pinchas. It was like,
Again, thought. I don't mean thought as in what we're thinking. I mean thought means that it's the emotional connection, the emotional and intellectual connection combined is called thought. Okay, so when Pinchas did it, because no one knew the halacha even, so Pinchas first of all had to think about the halacha. Well, what caused him to think about it? It says that ki kano kaniti la Hashem. He was so in love with Hashem. He was jealous for Hashem.
I'm saying he didn't know the bottom line of what to do, and then he acted.
He knew what to do. Pinchas, the whole thing was no one else knew what to do. No one else knew what to do. What drew Pinchas to know what to do? It was his emotional connection with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, that he felt he was on such an emotional high that he was jealous for Hashem. He couldn't stand seeing this. And that caused him to realize the halakha, which everyone else forgot the halakha. Everyone else forgot the halakha. So when we have machshava separated chas v'shalom from the dibur and the maaseh, when we clock in and we say divrei Torah, when we go outside, we just speak nonsense, or we speak without respect to people, so you have a lack of machshava. It didn't affect a person. When a person's sitting 5 hours, 7 hours a day learning Gemara, but he goes and fights with people, there's nothing there.
Yeah, but we're talking about burning out. What happened?
Again. Whenever there's no connection, when the relationship aspect of it is lacking, then a person is going to say, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Am I just a slave here? Am I just a slave? Because that's what it is. That's what it seems to be. I'm just clocking in, putting in. I don't see any results. And when a person doesn't see results, he ends up being depressed. But if he realizes that the entire time he was talking to God, he wasn't learning a piece of Gemara. He was conversing with God. That's what the Gemara was. He wasn't just learning halakha. He was conversing with Kadosh Baruch Hu. So every time he's going to open the Gemara, he wants to open the Gemara again because he's talking to God at that time. He's not learning words. No. He's learning about his relationship. He's learning about how much he loves him and how much he loves him, and it's a great thing. So why is the shva called gvura? Because like I told you, gvura is the inability to see God clarity. Because if he's just learning and he's just putting, looking for just a halakha, like Rabbi Shmuel spoke about on Shabbat, right? He said, where's the ahava? He says, people call him up for halakha all the time. But he says, no one calls him up. He asks him, how can I love God more? Why is that not there? Because people think, the halakha. Ooh, hold on a minute. Before the halakha ever was created, the whole root of it was in order to realize the relationship. That's what the halakha is there. God doesn't need halakha. God put the halakha there just in order to have us understand the relationship. We don't need a halakha that for nothing else. In fact, if you look in the Ramak, the Rosh Hashanah brings down that there's a place where mitzvot don't even exist because they have no purpose anymore. There's a place where they don't. That's why you can't do any mitzvot, because over there the connection is already real. There's nothing. You don't need a translation. If the translation is already, you understand the language. Here you need the translation. It's called mitzvot. That's why the Ramchal calls them emtziot. Emtziot is a middleman. It's a translation. It's a way that you can understand them. But I want to bring you.
Mitzvot are middlemen?
Yeah, mitzvot.
But they're not like presents?
No, because again, what do you mean presents? Present from Hashem?
I mean, yeah.
Gift? No, everything is a gift from Hashem in terms of that it's a chesed that He lets us understand Him. But it's basically like your Google Translate.
Credit. It's not like a credit.
No, I'm saying okay, a mitzvah is the Google Translate. A mitzvah is a tool by which you understand Hashem's language. You don't speak His language. He speaks different language.
Yeah, but you get
You
the
speak
more
English,
mitzvah.
he speaks French.
Understand, but you do more mitzvah, you get more credit.
What's the credit?
Credit is like
Is that you get closer to God? That's your credit.
That's the credit.
That's it. So there's no credit doesn't exist.
No, really,
Credit is just a made up word. Credit schar it's a made up word. It's a made up concept. It's there just so that person starts it. But once he gets into it, he says, wait, I don't want the schar. Get the schar away from me. What do you mean? You're gonna give me a cookie? What, a cookie is going to give me anything? Cookie's not going to give me anything. I want to give you a big hint. Shva is spelled Shin Bet Aleph. If you scramble the letters, it's Be'esh, in fire. What did Moshe? What did HaKadosh Baruch Hu tell Moshe? We'll look at where is this coin going to come from? Under the kisei, it was a burning, fiery coin. He told him it's fiery because it's missing the machshava. What's the machshava? What's half? You have ma'aseh and you have dibur. What about the machshava? There was a mechitza. When they cut it in half, they didn't connect it. They left it as midat gvura, and that's why Amalek was able to attack. That's why they were safek. The whole entire point is to make it back into the segol. That's why we're called Am Sigula. Am Sigula. You're a chosen nation. What are you chosen about? You're chosen because you have the ability to bring Chesed Hashem into the world. What's Chesed Hashem? Chesed Hashem is to bring the machshava, the dibur, and the ma'aseh into the whole connection. And I'm just going to throw this out to you. Just stop. I told you that the hey is the machshava, the vav is dibur, and the last hey is ma'aseh. A hey and a vav and hey. Hey is 5, vav is 6, another hey is 5, so it's 16. Did you notice in your sidur it says under vayatziv and nachon, it says be careful of the 16 of vavs there. You have 16 of them. What 16 vavs? What 16 vavs? Vav is the ability to connect. You're no longer your mechitza is being taken down. You're connecting the two ideas. What are you connecting? 16 of them. Why 16? 16 is hey, vav, and hey. Machshava, dibur, and ma'aseh. It's all connected. So I don't know if this is a reason, but maybe this is why if you look at your sidur, it says be very meticulous about these 16 vavs. They're going to be saying the vayativ, and nachum, ve'ekayim, ve'yashar, ve'namir, vav. What are you making? Connecting to the machshava, dibur, and ma'aseh. So again, as a review. And I just want to close with this point. I think we answered all the questions except for one question. Why is it 20 gerah?
No.
Okay? Why is it 20 gerah? So this is going to come into the idea of what's shekel. Okay? The word, I told you that we're able to bring chesed Hashem into the world. Okay? Chesed is numerical value of 72. There's many different names of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They're all rooted with Yud Kei Vav Kei. I mean, these ones I'm talking about. Okay, I'm saying this fast because it's whatever. It does not, you don't need to take it. Your neshama will take it. Don't worry. There are different configurations. The basic configuration is 26. Yud Kei Vav Kei, and we spoke about that. It's machshava, dibur, ma'aseh. Okay. But you can also expand upon it, and you can make it so that it's more expansive, broaden your horizon. One of the ways, which is actually the highest way, the highest name of Yud Kei Vav Kei, it equals 72. How does it equal 72? So the Yud is spelled Yud. How do you spell Yud? Yud Vav Daled. Yud. It's 20. Hey, we call it Milu Yudin. We're going to fill all the letters with Yuds. Hey. How do you spell hey? Hey Yud. What do you got? 15. Vav. It's going to be spelled Vav Yud Vav. And the last hey Yud. If you add it all up, 72. 72 is chesed. Okay? 72 is chesed. But it's milui yudin. Fill it with the yud. What's yud? Yud is the original intent to create the world. Yud, the letter yud, is just a dot. It has in it everything. Every letter that you're ever going to write begins with a yud. Right? So just a dot. So everything is rooted in that one little dot. How do you spell yud? I told you. Yud, vav, dalet. Right? How much is that?
16.
20. Right? The 4. Right? Yud, vav, dalet. 20. How much is the Machazit shekel? 20 gerah. The whole idea is going to bring the yud into everything you're going to do. So when you're going to do your machshava dibur ma'aseh, don't think you're just doing nothing. Because you're able to bring a yud into your machshava. You're able to bring a yud into your ma'aseh. You're able to bring a yud into your dibur. When you're combining the yuds into all of them, you got to the highest level, which is called milu yudin. You've put yuds in everything. If I told you, and this is why you have the word shekel. Shekel is spelled shin kuf lamed. Shin kuf lamed. Shin and kuf is 400. Shin and kuf 400. Okay, 400. There's we'll leave the lam for a second, right? So your yud has one yud, right? Your hey yud, 2 yuds. Vav yud, vav, 3 yuds. Hey, last hey, 4 yuds. Each yud is a yud, right? It's a yud. It's comprised of 10 elements. So you have 100, 200, 300, and 400, because each one is kolel again. Each yud, right, has what's called. There's 10 sfirot in each yud, and those 10 sfirot have 10 sfirot, and those 10 have. So you have actually it's 100, 400. Now again, we're going off on tangent, we're going fast, but why is 100? Why is it 100? I'm going to bring it back now all the way back to the kiseh kavod. I told you, where did you get Machazit shekel from? Mitach kiseh. What's kiseh have to do with anything? Right? If you look at the Reish Chai, he brings down that there's tens, there's ones, tens, and hundreds. Ones can get the first hay, which is olam asiyah, which is action. Tens is keneged yitzira, which is the vav, which is the olam dibur. But then you have hundreds. What's hundreds? Hundreds is keneged the first hay, right? Hay vav hay. First hay, which is the machshava. The machshava. And what olam is that? That is olam habri'ah. And in olam habri'ah is actually where the kiseh kavod exists. And that's actually where the neshamot come out from. So when I told you that in every yud actually you have 100, now you understand what I'm talking about. Because every yud, the concept of a yud, it's not just to be a dot. It's not just to be a letter on the page. It's to bring the olam habri'ah, it's to bring the neshama into that thing. Whenever you're bringing a neshama, you're bringing the essence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu into a machshava, into a dibur maseh, you're bringing the olam of hundreds into it. So that's why you're going to have 100, 400. What will you do when you bring that? Then you get the lamed. The lamed is already the tallest letter. It connects the bottom, it connects the top. Then now what you've done, you've made a connection between back. What was Machazit? What was half? You had Yud K, Vav K. Right? I told you Kiyad al Case, yeah. What was Vav K? It was split. But when you add the lamed back into the equation, you now are going to draw back